probably the most intriguing matchup from like a real college football perspective. Okie State at Oklahoma.
Yes. Bedlam.
That's going to be really exciting.
Bedlam.
Can I say I talk a lot of trash on this podcast? I exaggerate a bit.
I think your picks are good.
I legitimately had a dream that Okie State won the national championship this week.
You really don't like Oklahoma, right? You really don't like Spencer.
I mean, it's just like you put someone in at Oklahoma, they're automatically a superstar. It's being handed to Spencer a little bit too easily, and it's just like the guy.
Also, it's always handed to Oklahoma a little too. They always are like ordained from the get-go.
Yeah, and
they always want them to end up being a playoff team.
Yeah, and I mean the Big 12, is it a conference or is it Oklahoma, Texas, and everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
I think Oklahoma State is better than Oklahoma.
I agree with you. Yes. Oklahoma State is a touchdown underdogs in this game.
So weird.
And that's just because of what we're getting at. Oklahoma is a public team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know, Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner, they're going to win by more than a touchdown.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either. I think they might win, but I think it's going to be really close.
Yeah, and like a rivalry game, if I think one team is better, if I think one team is motivated, Oklahoma State, I know they didn't look great against Kansas State, who beat Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. I know they got beaten in overtime by Texas, but
that was weird, and that shouldn't have happened either. That was, and I think is Spencer Sanders necessarily a worse quarterback than Spencer Rattler
at this point? Not really.
I don't necessarily think so.
Spencer Rattler may well get there, but
he's not there now.
I think that Oklahoma State's the best team in the conference.
I think so too, and they're going to play better defense than Oklahoma too. So
yeah,
I think Okie State is the best team in the conference as well.
Yeah, Okie State, lock it in. Now we've got real football teams to talk about. Appalachian State versus what? They beat Michigan.
Hey.
That used to mean something.